we will proceed with that. And while people are joining, I'm going to start with a quick story. Those, as you will know over the years, spending time with me, that I do tell stories, and they generally have a purpose. There might be a couple that don't, but I learned an important lesson one time. I was facilitating in a community group that was having some community issues and a little bit of conflict resolution kinds of stuff. And I made the comment that we would finish early. And as soon as I said that, the gentleman sitting to my immediate left went like this with his watch. And we were to finish at 9:30. And he was very exaggerated movement. So I knew the pressure was on. And so we began to go through the issues, and we had not reached any kind of consensus. And it was 9:25, and we were to finish at 9:30, and I was extremely worried. And it was 9:27, and we were getting close, but we had not reached a community consensus. And it was 9:29 and a half when we reached consensus. And I said, "Thank you, let's go home." And just as I said that, his watch beeped. Beep, 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 beep. He stood up, gave me a salute, and walked out. So I learned a long time ago that people like it when you finish early. But I will tell you that finishing early is dependent upon who?
Participants.
You guys, because while I can keep the clock rolling, ultimately we're going to get something done in between starting on time and finishing early. And it's my job to make sure we get it done. So let's jump into this. Thank you so much, all of you, for attending this morning. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you that have agreed to be lieutenant governors. I have made the statement many times, and I know that others that are on with us, whom I'll introduce shortly, have been lieutenant governors, and it's the best job in Kiwanis. And I was a lieutenant governor for 1 year, and quite frankly, I didn't do a very good job because I didn't know what I was doing. And I look forward to the day after I move through the governor seats to return to being lieutenant governor, because the second time around, I'll know what I was doing. Some of you have already been a lieutenant governor and could teach this session. And you know that the value of that role. So first, I want to thank all of you for that. Second, I want to introduce some noted guests this morning. First, I want to introduce our current governor, Kurt Rice. Kurt, nice to see you here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Kurt is in an extremely busy time, and just coming off of tax season. And I'm guessing Kurt is now working 2 jobs. And so we do appreciate that. I also want to introduce Linda Henningsen, who is our vice governor. I've always been amused by that, governor of vice. I'm not sure what that means, but Linda will be taking over after I run through the chairs. I want to also introduce Brad Boyd from Kiwanis International. Brad is our area director, and let me tell you, Brad is wonderful. Brad is probably on his 18,000th Zoom call right now. He is Mr. Zoom man, and he's been all over the place, and he's most accommodating and helpful, and we're delighted to have Brad, and he'll be with us today and making a presentation. And then also Lisa Brokacek. Lisa is our district administrator, and Lisa keeps us all in line, keeps us organized. And as I told her, her job is to make me look good, which is always a challenge. And so far, she's done pretty well with that. And I always appreciate that. She's going to be running the Zoom today because, frankly, I'm technologically illiterate. And so she can keep this going. I want to now have each of you introduce yourselves just very briefly. I'm going to start with Glenn Powell. Glenn, it's nice to have you here. Glenn, just give us a brief bio, your experience in Kiwanis, if you would, please.
Okay. I became a member about, it was 2010 or 2011, I forget which. of the Kearney-Dobie Town Kiwanis Club. Over the next few years, I got involved as a board member. And when Division, at that time, 24 encompassed from the eastern part of our division was Kearney, and the westernmost was Ogallala, which is 150 miles from Kearney. And so the district experimented with creating Division 24, which was the eastern part of that, and Division 25, which was North Platte and Ogallala. So I was lieutenant governor for 2 terms with first Jim Dane and Jan Birch. I am currently president of the Dobie Town Kiwanis Club. And so I've held all the prerequisite positions for moving up to the president position.
Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it. Steve Green, nice to have you here with us, buddy. Give us a little brief bio and your participation in Kiwanis, if you would, please.
I rubbed it in again. I didn't know you were open until yesterday.
Okay. I started in Kiwanis in '91 and loved it ever since. I was in JC's and I was looking for an organization that would do things, and that is the Kiwanis. They do things. This is my 5th time of being lieutenant governor. I was 3 years, and then Elaine took over, and she was 2 years, and then the last year we've been co-chair of our lieutenant governor, and it's worked fairly well. But I had a part-time job that kept me from doing a few things, but I've given that up. So I'm going to be doing this again and doing a better job. I do live in Atlantic, and very proud of our club. We are meeting, and out of 40 members, we're running anywhere from 20 to 25 members at every meeting. And COVID has not slowed us down. Even during the times that we were shut down, our Head Start program, feeding the families, doing the bike helmets and all that kept going on. So we did not give up.
Great. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. And thanks so much for doing this again. You understand this role better than a lot of us. So thank you. Emily, welcome.
Hello. I am in Division 19. I'm in the Fremont Kiwanis Club right now. I'm the current secretary. And I was introduced to the K family as a Circle K at Midland University in 1989. And I think I'm just a lifer Kiwanian. There's lots of things that have come and gone in my organizations because of life changes, and I think I'll forever be a Kiwanian. So I'm glad to be here. But I was lieutenant governor also in 2003, 2004, and I have a 15-year-old daughter that keeps us busy. So she's just joining high school this year. So I'm also a Builders Club advisor currently, and was a Circle K advisor at one other time. So.
Cool. Thank you so much. Jody Melcher. Jody Melcher is Miss Everything in Kiwanis. She's a former governor. She's on the foundation. She's also our children's fund rep, and bless you, you decided to become a lieutenant governor again. Jody, good morning and thank you. Brief bio, please.
Okay, Jody Melcher. I'm from the Kiwanis Club of Nevada, Iowa. I also belong to the Ballard Kiwanis Club, and I'm a charter member of the 25 plus Kiwanians Who Care Club. So 3 Kiwanis clubs at this point. I've been a member of Kiwanis since 1999. I've held all the offices in our club except treasurer, and they don't want me there. So I'll never have to worry about that job. And I love Kiwanis. I've got a passion for service and kids, and it all works together. And I'll be a Kiwanis for life. So that's
cool.
it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it so much. Ann Crawford, welcome. Ann is going to be watching 2 presentations simultaneously, and I'll be anxious to see how that works for you. But thank you for being here to introduce yourself. We still can't hear you, Ann. So We'll wait. We'll see you in a while. Thank you. Elaine, welcome.
Hello. Elaine Armstrong, Clarinda, Iowa, Division 17. I co-lieutenant governor with Steve Green. He's a super duper help and he inspires me. I'm in my 25th year in Kiwanis. My 5th year as lieutenant governor, and I've got clubs all the way from super active like Steve's to growing and struggling. And so I have my challenges too. I have the little Hamburg club that was devastated by the flooding and we're still recovering.
And good work that you did over there. Thank you. Janet, good morning. Janet, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry. Hi,
problem.
good morning. Good morning, everybody. So I've just been lieutenant governor a year, and I have to say that I probably have not been doing a very good job. With the pandemic and stuff, I've reached out to my clubs. A lot of my clubs are not meeting. You know, it's just been kind of a challenge, even to kind of reach out to them. You know, one of my biggest challenges, and I have tried, is I know one of the things they'd like us to do is have like a regional meeting or a group meeting like every quarter. That bombed. I've tried it a couple times and it just bombed. So what I'm doing is just trying to communicate by email, trying to encourage them to meet, you know, and I think we'll get back on track, but I think they just, you know, some of them said, well, I said, who's your president? Well, we haven't really been meeting, you know what I mean? So it's like, you guys have got to meet. You've got to, even if it's just the officers, and then, you know, have a Zoom meeting and then invite the others. But those core people really, or the core people you usually get together, need to get together. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a challenge in my area. I have to say that I'm hoping I can do better, and I hope my clubs can do better.
Thank you, Janet, and you will. I have great faith. We have a phone down there. I'm not sure, was that Elaine's? Would you have a double on that, Lisa, I think?
That is still Elaine's phone, correct?
Okay, thank you. Then we
so.
won't go there. I do want to introduce specifically Norma Beaver. Norma is one of our board of trustees, and Norma has this unique talent that all of us have recognized and have appreciated. She is an excellent editor. She catches any misspelling, any word that I left a D off of, you know, and we asked her last night, how are you so good at that? And she said it was her upbringing. Norma, what's your history in Kiwanis?
Sorry, I had to unmute. I've been a member for 25 years, and I have been lieutenant governor twice. Been president. I'm currently in a satellite club, and basically am the facilitator of that with another person, and been doing that for 9 years. So
cool, great, thank you. Brad Boyd, I'm going to wake you up. Brad actually just came off a year as a lieutenant governor. As a big dog at KI, he's been a lieutenant governor. Yay, Brad.
Yep, it was an experience. So after training lieutenant governors for 6 years, in my 7th year, I became a lieutenant governor. So.
And how'd it go, Brad?
I can relate to some of the conversations that I've just heard. Getting people to come to a division council meeting wasn't the easiest, but I worked it out, and I think that we're set for success going forward. So.
Good, thanks, Brad, and thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Linda Henningsen, I didn't purposely forget you, but you're on the far right of my screen. So Linda, your history.
Well, I joined Kiwanis in the year 2000 and quickly became membership chair. And so I can appreciate some of the challenges with membership shares. But if you keep at it, it usually happens. So I've kind of worked my way up through Kiwanis first with my club, and I've also been involved with Kiwanis Kids, a key leader, just a multitude of things. And I enjoy learning a lot about all the different aspects of Kiwanis. I'm a member of Omaha Inc., which is the oldest club in the Nebraska-Iowa district. I always like to put that out there. And I'm looking forward to following Don after he's done. I think we're between Kurt and Don and myself, I think we're going to really be moving this district forward, and I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Thanks, Linda. Thanks for being here. And Linda is quite active. Kurt, would you just give us a brief bio of your life in Kiwanis?
Let's see. I've been a member since 1990. I've been lieutenant governor 3 times. Was the Kiwanis International Foundation, which is now the Children's Fund, was the district chair there for quite a few years. I've been trustee for the district foundation. Spent 4.5 years as the district foundation treasurer. Went through the chairs and am currently governor. Actually recruited my wife a couple years ago. So we're a Kiwanis family. And Barb Hames, the current governor or lieutenant governor over in Division 5, is trying to recruit my daughter who lives over in Lamar's. So yeah.
Yeah. Hey, good luck with that one. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah. So yeah, we kind of eat and live and breathe Kiwanis in our household. So
cool. And Lisa, last but not least, your history in Kiwanis, because you're quite active as well. You're muted.
So I was unmuted and then I muted myself. That was good. Okay. This coming year will be my 17th year in Kiwanis. I kind of been through most of the club positions, officer positions, except like with Jody, never been treasurer, and served in a variety of other capacities. I was lieutenant governor for 2 years from 2010 through 2012. I've held some district chair positions, different things that way. And this coming year will be my 3rd year as district administrator. So a little bit of my resume there.
Excuse me, we're delighted to have you. This year, as I looked at the lieutenant governor training, and I wanted to make it as flexible as possible. And so I created my term, I don't know if it's an accurate term, but I created the training in layers. And the first layer was that you could access the Kiwanis International videos, of which you would have seen Brad. You got to see him, but many, many others. And you could watch those at your leisure. And that was designed simply to give all of the vast amount of overview information about the role of LG that we could have. And so then I designed today's session. Really, I have 2 goals. One is just to get to know each other and build a team and have an opportunity for interaction. I'm not big on talking heads. And so we will have, as you probably looked at the agenda, we have at least 3 breakouts in which we'll be able to chat and have discussions with the vast amount of experience that's in the room. I'm amazed. I will make mention that we have a lot more lieutenant governors than who are represented here, and many of them are not with us today. For some I knew about and some I did not know about. And so we'll proceed as we can. But I do want to become a unified team. You know, many of you mentioned the challenge as we break from a pandemic world into what I see as a new Kiwanis world. From my own personal experience in my own home club, which is South Point Lincoln, we're going to break into what I think many, many clubs are going to do and become a hybrid club. We're going to meet in person and on Zoom simultaneously, because we have some younger members who have been transferred across town, And while Lincoln's not a huge town, for some cases, it's a half-hour drive across town. And some of our young professionals are saying, we just as soon come by Zoom than to join you in person. And then while we have some others who are geographically near our meeting place, and they will join us in person. So it's a new frontier for many of us. And I know there's going to be other configurations in the future. And so we want to be able to, as a team, help all of our clubs move into that new vision, into that new construction. The second thing that I wanted to do today was simply clarify the expectations. And I apologize, it's going to be redundant for many of you because you've been LGs so many times. But when I designed this, we had new people as well joining us who had never been LGs. And so there will be some redundant information today, but I do apologize for that, but we'll get there. So in summary, two things. One is to become a team and to get to know each other a lot more, and to be able to personally reflect and have opportunities to talk and share in our breakout sessions. And secondly is I will clarify the expectations from Kiwanis International, as well as the expectations from the district in terms of the role of lieutenant governors, and we'll have a chance to talk about that. And as always, we started on time, and we will finish early. Did you see Linda was tapping her watch? Yeah, that's right. We will finish early. We're going to move into a breakout session, and